Nighttime Ride. Posted by user/Backcamma. My grandmother told me this story when I was around 12 to 13 years old. She was always very sensitive to supernatural things, so she had tons of stories. Now for some background, if you haven't seen my previous stories, my mom's parents, and my mom, are all Indonesian. My grandparents immigrated to the States after my brother was born to help take care of him when he was a baby. As I got older, my grandma noticed that I liked ghost stories, so she often told me ones that happened to her. This one happened when she and my grandpa were a young, newly married couple. It was nighttime, and my grandparents were riding home from their jobs at the pharmacy on a motorcycle. The road, for the most part, was pretty deserted and quiet, which made for a nice ride home. They were about halfway back when my grandma suddenly told my grandpa, who was driving, to stop. "Grandpa, what? What is it?" He had screeched to a stop near a street light that was on the side of the road. My grandma was pale and staring straight ahead. She finally worked up the courage to say something. "Grandma, do you need some help?" My grandpa, confused, was looking all around to see who she might be talking to, but he couldn't see anyone. "Grandpa, who are you talking to?" "Grandma, what, you don't see her?" "Grandpa, see who?" "Grandma, the woman there. She's holding a baby, and the baby's crying. I think they're bleeding. We need to do something." "Grandpa, what are you talking about? There's no woman, and there's no baby. You're just tired. We need to go home." He started up the motorcycle again and began to speed away, but my grandma kept looking behind her at the woman and child. My grandpa insisted that she was seeing things due to her exhaustion from work, but she was convinced otherwise. My grandparents found out later that the woman and child were victims of a hit and run on the same street where she saw them, and at my grandmother's pleading, the two of them went later to place flowers at the site.